Tell us about the foundation. How's the foundation G-Unity going?
It's going great. I established the foundation in 2003. Hey, see, we got Beans in the house.
Yeah. What's going on there, bro?
Yeah.
Good, man. we might have to pay. Let's go on and pay some bills.
Let's pay some bills and come back.
Watch what happened when that hit the blog.
Yeah. Don't go over the hot spots. Nah.
I'm Lorraine Ballard-Barrow with a special information update. Commuters are surviving the first day of the SEPTA strike. Right now, the moving told it right schedule is over off today, but the school district says students are expected to attend classes tomorrow. Information on what's happening in the city's relaxed parking regulation locations and everything you need to survive. Go to power99.com. Don't miss Jonesy tomorrow and at 8 a.m. on
I'm just being loose. I ain't doing nothing. I'm just being loose.
Yeah. Shout out to Sigel, just walked in the building.
Yeah. Let's bring Sigel. Come on, Mac. You want to come over, Mac? Come on over. Come on over here, brother. We ain't got your chair. You can sit there. Yeah.
Here, let me get a chair. Let me get another chair.
You bring a stool over or something for Mac. You know what I'm saying? Have a seat there, Mac. What's going on, brother? 50 and Beanie Sigel here. Hold on, baby. I may be brokering a deal right now. I'm going brokering a deal right now?
We're going to broker some kind of money. Yeah, we're going to do something.
So, Mac, you know, you've been buzzing a lot about a lot with the Jay-Z thing. Do you want to speak on it a little bit?
I mean, like, what aspect of it is so much, you know what I mean, to talk about, like...
You know what I think people misinterpret? Because what I got from your interview when you was talking was that you still have a relationship, right? At the end of the day, like, cause he was going, yo, you don't just have people, you know, a real friend leave footprints on your heart.
Yeah.
I remember you know, specifically saying that is because that was a huge period, a time period that they worked together and they did a lot together. You know, I just think, in general, like, there was some things that was wrong with the way. I think he has good intentions, Jay, but he's using a traditional corporate business model. And I think the only place that he really went wrong is saying La Familia, like we family.
That's the whole thing. Like, if it, like, for me, like, when you say family, like, that means something to me. You know what I mean? Like, my whole thing with the whole situation was like even when you go back to everything wasn't the way it was supposed to be, even with family. But if you take like 6 little hungry dudes from the ghetto and you're a multi-millionaire and you tell them, yo, I got you, no matter what, you gonna ride. You know what I'm saying? And then you might not get nothing, you know what I mean? And then when you feel hungry again, you like, yo, you know what I mean? I need something to eat. You might get you a sandwich. You might get you a sandwich and you be like, but no, that's, you know what I mean? I'm like, don't worry about it, I got you. I'm telling you, when I was doing it, I had to do this. So if you had to go through hardships and struggles in your life and you get to a point where you out of that, why let your brother go through that pain or whatever who you claim to?
The only thing I didn't, like, I understand that transition into the corporate space because I see them, like, Jimmy don't say, we family.
Yeah.
So I know that I got to be on my P's and Q's 24/7 with them because if you no longer generating interest, there'll be that new thing.
Yeah.
That works. You know what I'm saying? But I say that.
Yeah.
You know, and because I say that, I make sure that they eat. Like, I make sure that their money
is
right. You know what I mean?
Like when the rebuttal with Jay-Z in his interview at Toronto, everything, like I'm saying, people think I'm just speaking out because I'm in a position that I am and I ain't, you know, I ain't put no music out, whatever. Like, let's go to Jay-Z's rebuttal on the complaints to Beanie Sigel. You say, okay, I got a lot to complain about. I had 2 Bentleys.
Right.
I had a clothing line.
Right.
I had a record deal and a record label. Okay. The 2 Bentleys that I obtained, Jay-Z had nothing to do with them.
Right.
That was a car from Damon Dash and from Kareem Burks.
Right.
And how I obtained those 2 Bentleys was, you know, people were sitting around, you know, I'm listening to them talk, millionaire talk, and Dame was saying something about, his Bentley, this, that, and the third, and I ain't gonna say no name, no blame, was like, you drive your own Bentley? And it was like, they put him on the spot because you know the Maybach wasn't out. All the luxuries and the Bentleys is in the back. Yeah. So it was like, oh, I can't drive this no more. So he had the car for 2 months and it was sitting in his garage for like 3 months. So the car, I'm like, yo, what you gonna do with that car? You know what I mean? Because somebody said you drive your own Bentley, you don't want to drive it no more. So out of his arrogance, all I did was say, yo, is like, what you gonna do with it? Let me buy it off you, like, and I can pay it back through how I do it. But you know, I thought they copped the whole car, as you should, as they said, but that wasn't the case. Wow. It was actually a note on the car. So all I did was gave him half the money he put down on the car, which was nothing because he had A1 credit. I think he put down like $60,000 to obtain the $300 and something thousand car. So I gave him a check for $30,000. And I'm paying a car note for $2,200 a month. Wow. Now, a couple months later, I was like, Biggs, what you gonna do with that car? I wanted to, you know what I mean, let me take the note over. I wanted to give it to, you know what I mean, my mom or whatever. He like, you just got the Bentley from, dang, what you gonna do with 2 Bentleys? Right. So I blew it off. I think like 4 months later, it was my birthday. And we was at the studio. My mom came up, she cooked food for everybody, Dane, Jay, everybody ate, you know what I'm saying? And my mom said, let me hold the keys to your car, I want to go downstairs and do something before I leave. But she left with the car. So I'm like, yo, she took the car. Yeah. And Big said, happy birthday, just pay the note. So the note was, I think like $2,400. So Beanie Sigel was driving around in 2 Bentleys and only had to pay $5,100 a month. So it's not like I obtained all this wealth and I bought, like you helped me get all this wealth and you gave me these 2 Bentleys. And they just gave away the monthlies. Yeah, they just gave away monthly plans. That's all they did. Now, so the issue about the Bentleys, you shot yourself in the foot with that. Talking about like, now let's go to the record label I supposed to have. You didn't give me a record label. Right. All I did was, it only cost a couple $100 to search the name, State Property Records. Nobody owned it. I think I paid a couple more $100 and I patented the LLC licensed company. So my record label only cost me $700 and I think like maybe $750 to say on a piece of paper that I own State Property Records, LLC. And I did that on my own. You didn't give me that. Right. And what artist was on that label? So what did you give me? The clothing line that I had. I had 20% of State Property Clothing. It's me, Jay, Dane, and the 2 other Russians that had the Rockaware on State Property because I gave them an idea, pitched it to Dane at the time because I saw him drawing close to me when him and Jay was going through their thing when Jay wasn't coming around. See, when the outside people started hearing about the rumors from the outside, that was already 2 and 3 years in the inside. And that was the reason, you know, why I did the thing with the Jadakiss thing. Because I'm thinking like, yo, they whispering back and forth with each other. They about to sell a company, about to break up. We got to do something. Right. So we got to make a mark. So my strategy was like, yo, Jadakiss and them coming at Jay, he ain't doing nothing. Let's ride on them. Right. Because we nobodies at the time. So if we ride on them, win, lose, or draw, we separate ourselves from it, from just being a part of Rockefeller. Now we're State Property. Right. And that's how that came. You didn't give me the movie. It was a guy from Philly who had a movie script. I ain't had the money to, you know, put out a movie. I brought him up to Rockefeller. You know what I mean? Yo, he got a script. It's talking about some real stuff, but we got to switch it up because, you know, he was talking about the JBM, Aaron Jones and the people in there. So I just switched up names and all that because people got appeals and all that, you know what I mean? You didn't give me no movie. I brought that to you. I ain't see no money off of that. Wow. And even on the clothing line, I got the same reason why you and Dane broke up, Jay-Z, because he was taking all the money from Rockaware and putting it in all his other little companies. He did the same thing to State Property. Wow. So my jail time that year that gave me a chance to sit back and relax was a blessing. Because if my man supposed to got me, he got me. So I'm thinking like, all right, broker this deal. Just like with the ProCAD situation. Yeah.